Hey, just pulled into my driveway and realized I need to go back out and get some antibiotics for the dog. But I just been thinking about something all day and I want to share it before I take my journey out. So this has come up multiple times today in different ways. But it has to do with when we are taking in resources. So media, news, social media for sure, podcasting, books, things around us like signs, billboards, like people's decorations, like whatever it is. So the thing that keeps coming up is feeling triggered. And that's a trigger in this idea of like the responsibility to put a trigger warning on things and the responsibility to be sensitive to how everyone will receive what you offer the world. And so I just thought, actually we just recorded an entire video about this that I think I'm gonna keep to myself, and I got off and I was like, maybe I could just offer 5 tips. So they're over here, I'm gonna keep looking at them. Okay, so 5 tips to help yourself when you feel triggered. So you drive by something, you see something on social media, a loved one says something, and you feel activated by it. It causes a response in you that doesn't feel good, that maybe brings up an old story, that alerts you to like your own trauma, whatever it is. So I think number 1 is to like tell yourself it's okay to step away. So that's not for me. I see something, that's not for me. Not everything is for me, right? Like, take your ego out of it. Not everything is for you. So that's not for me. Not everything is for me. Now, the same exact thing may be for you at a different time, at a different point in your journey, your healing, your story, your activism, whatever it is. But if it's triggering to you, you may just need to remind yourself, that's not for me. Not everything is for me. And let it be for someone else. Just let it be. Like, I give it to whoever is receiving from it. Like, receiving, purposefully, positively, whatever it is, right? Like, let it be for someone else. It's okay. That's not for you. Number 2, so number 1, kind of step away. That's not for me. Number 2, what tenderness in me, like what tender place in me wants my attention? Is it a part of me that's still feeling a childlike emotion? Is it a part of me that hasn't healed something? Is it a part of me that has healed something and still isn't quite, like, hasn't integrated it? Like, what part of me feels tender about what I've seen or what I've heard or what I've experienced? And love that part of you. Like, love that part of you. That part of you matters and wants your attention. So just notice, like, what part of me is looking for this, is looking for my attention. Number 3, so step 1, step away. That's not for me. Step 2, what tenderness, like what tender place in me wants my attention. Number 3, ask for help. Sometimes things are so triggering that you need help. Like, you need to talk to a friend, you need to call your therapist, you need to text your coach, you need to, I don't know, say to someone, can you just see me and hold me for a second? ask for help. Like, human beings are herd animals. And if something is really triggering to you, it's okay to ask for help, and you don't even have to say why. Like, I need something from you, and I'm not ready to explain why. Could you just hold me? Could you just go for a walk with me? Could you just sit with me? Could you let me cry? Whatever it is, right? Ask for help. Human beings are herd animals, and if you are feeling triggered by things, there's a good chance you need someone else to help you be in that moment. It's hard to have human nervous system responses and handle them alone. It's possible, and it happens easier with practice, but you probably just need help. So step 1, step away. That's not for me. Step 2, what tender place in me wants my attention? Step 3, ask for help. A friend, a therapist, a doctor, a coach, your pet. Ask for help. Who do you need to be with? If you're feeling traumatized, triggered, sensitive, activated, if you're like most human beings, it will probably be helpful to have some kind of connection in that moment so you don't feel like you're spinning off the planet. Number 4, don't make assumptions. If you have not read, Don Miguel Ruiz, I'm so bad at recalling names. The book is called The 4 Agreements. If you've not read that book, it's one of my favorites. So, I think it's Don Miguel Ruiz. The book is called The 4 Agreements, and one of the 4 agreements is don't make assumptions. Be curious. Don't assume you know why someone shared something, why someone put the sign on their lawn, why someone is affiliating with a particular political candidate. We're in election time. Why someone is sharing their story the way they're sharing it. Why someone's wearing a particular t-shirt. Don't assume you know why. You don't know why. Even if you think you know why, you don't know why. Be curious. Be curious about why they're sharing what they're sharing, why their motives are what their motives are, and be curious about your own response to whatever you're seeing or hearing. Don't make assumptions. That's number 4. So 1, step away. 2, what's tender. 3, ask for help. 4, don't make assumptions. Be curious. And 5, this is like, any of my clients are going to hear these 2 words and think like, Amanda, try this. Of course I feel triggered. This is something I'm still figuring out. Of course I feel triggered. I don't want anyone else to be hurt by this. Of course I feel triggered. It's the time of year that such and such happened. Of course I feel triggered. I'm very protective. Of course I feel triggered. I don't like feeling whatever the thing made me feel. Validate your own human experience. Have compassion for yourself as a human with the words, of course. Just give you enough relief, enough breathing room to step out, like ground yourself and step out of the like activated, freak out, spinny place and come back down and be like, of course I'm having this experience. I'm human. I'm whatever. Go on to the list of courses. So, this is really important in the abortion space always. I think because of the stigma, because of the polarization, because of the biases, because of religious upbringing. There goes the school bus. I live right near the school. We are going to feel triggered all the time if we haven't done our own healing work around our abortions, or even if we've done it, but it's just still tender. It's okay. And what does it even mean to do your healing work? I don't know, but I do know that I very rarely feel triggered. around abortion out in the world. Very little triggers me. Because I've given so much attention to the part of me that needed to like understand that story in my life, in myself. So I just think this is very relevant right now because we're in like midterm elections in the US, and there's just so much talk about abortion and so many signs and so much, it's everywhere. And so millions and millions and millions of people are walking around with untended abortion stories and feeling triggered right now. But this is not going to go away post-election. This is just going to be here probably for decades more to come, because we as a humanity have so much work to do around abortion. But those are my 5 tips for you. I hope they're helpful. Just pick one and practice it. Just take one away and practice it. If you need help with any of these, I'm here. That's what I do. I work with clients one-on-one, and I can help you really understand and practice. These are skills. All 5 things I told you, they're skilled. It's not like I'm able to ask for help. I'm able to not make assumptions. I'm able to step away. They're learned skills. So if you want help learning those skills, that's what I do with you, and I help you integrate all of this work into all of your life. You can find me all over the interwebs. I always kind of giggle. Just Google Amanda Abortion. AmandaStarKingsley.com.